Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. I am Martina Lily and today we are putting to the test the new Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes Moonlight palette. I asked you guys if you wanted to see this and it was a resounding yes. So you know I've done in-depth swatches for you guys and we're going to do 3 looks with the palette. So hopefully that all sounds interesting to you guys. If it does, go ahead and do the YouTubey things like subscribe, hit that notification bell, and let's get into it. Before we get into the looks, everything I use on my face today will be linked in the description box down below for you guys. They are affiliate links though, so if you shop through them, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And because I won't be able to fit all 3 looks like with all of the makeup that I use on each one, it'll say look 1, click here, look 2, click here, so on and so forth. And if you click that link, it will take you to the page to show you all of the products I used. There will be timestamps as well in case you're only interested in certain parts. Let's quickly just give you the details of this palette and then we'll get into swatches. So this is the holiday palette for Makeup by Mario this year. This is the Ethereal Eyes Moonlight palette, the cool toned sister to his previous holiday release, the Ethereal palette, which I know so many people loved and adored this palette and really coveted it. I know he re-released it, but I still don't think it was a permanent piece in his collection. I could be wrong about that, but I was trying to have a look around even his website to see if you could still pick that palette up and I couldn't see it. This one as well is limited edition, so just keep that in mind if this is something that you're like, I really want. It is limited edition, so don't wait around too long just because of that case. I paid 115 Australian dollars for this and I think it's about 68 USD. I picked mine up off the Makeup by Mario website directly. I did ask just for my Australians when this is coming to Australia and Sephora said they had no idea and hadn't even heard of the palette, so just FYI. I'll keep you posted when I see it, but we didn't get the last one for a very, very long time. So yeah, I picked it up off his website directly. A quick little description of this palette is it says, featuring 4 unique finishes, the iconic glossy shimmers, new suede satins, suede mattes, and natural metallics. It's a limited edition palette and is Mario's artistic vision come to life. The shadows are buildable and blendable for versatile, long-wearing looks. It says it's also ophthalmologist tested and approved. So there you go. Glossy shimmers, a first of its kind formula, are infused with pearls to impart a reflective wet-like shine on the lids. New suede satins offer a smooth suede texture with a silky sheen that provides subtle luminosity. Suede mattes offers enhanced grip for rich color, and natural metallics feature micronized pigments for metallic shine. So I think it's these ones that are the glossy shimmers. Actually, these 4 I think are the glossy shimmers. This is like a satin. This is a satin, and then this is your metallic, I think, and the others are mattes. So there you go, if I'm reading that correctly. It does have a shade description on his website if you're wondering. All right, I have done in-depth swatches for you guys, so the full arm and then each individual hand swatch, and then I will also insert a screenshot of these 2 palettes. Like, gosh, what an awkward way of holding these up. These 2 palettes side by side with each other, and if I think that there's any other palettes that might be same but different, I will try and include side by sides of them as well. So let's go ahead and do swatches. You guys are zoomed in nice and close, 4K no filters, you know the deal. Let's get stuck into this look. I'm going to prime my lids, starting off with the NARS eye primer. I don't think Makeup by Mario has an eye primer, does he? I don't think I've seen one. I'm going to start off with a mixture of this shadow and this shadow with a Smith Cosmetics 237 brush. Just a light amount. And I'm just going to softly, I just want to softly dust this through the crease to begin with. Not a lot of pigment, just a little bit. And I think I'll do a halo eye, but I just want to start with this little bit through the crease. The shadows feel lovely to swatch. They feel very creamy and buttery. So I am excited to play with this. The quality of the Ethereal Eyes palette was really lovely. So I'll be interested to see how this one goes, because honestly the swatches even feel like it's a better formula again from that palette. I'm going to pick up a Delium Tools 765 slanted brush, and I'm going to take a little bit of this one first, which is, it's like a grey colour. And I'm just going to stamp this kind of where I want the halo matte shadows to be, like on the outer and inner corners here. And starting small. They look and feel lovely so far. I like that shade actually, it's a very pretty kind of like grey shade. How many of you guys picked this palette up already? I know it's definitely a palette that a lot of you guys always, like I thought this would be a palette you guys would be pretty excited for. That's what I'm trying to say there. I'm going to take this Rephr 01 and I'll mix a small amount of this shadow and this shadow together, just a small amount. And I'm just going to use this to like blend up a little bit. I say this when I do halo eyes, I like to connect mine a little bit just because I have hooded eyes. The kind of like faux crease look for me just helps. But you could obviously not connect them if you didn't want to. Well, it's your oyster. You could, you know, keep this as light or as deep as you like as well. I think the good thing about this palette is that it's going to suit a lot more skin tones. I know the Ethereal Eyes palette didn't work for a lot of skin tones as well, so that's good that this one will translate for a lot more, you know. I think those mattes have performed really lovely so far, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to take my Pat McGrath Labs Intensify stick and just apply it to this eye, and we won't apply anything on this eye. I use this like a glitter glue. If you're not new around here, you absolutely know how much I swear by that, but you could just wet your brush, use concealer or a different glitter glue, it's up to you. I'm actually going to take this one. I can't help myself. This is my kind of a palette actually. I was thrown off when I saw the pictures of this. One, I was thrown off by this blue. I was like, don't love that. And then it kind of looked really similar to the Ethereal Eyes, but when you actually get them and get this in person, it's really different. And this blue is actually a lot nicer than you think. Actually, this palette overall, getting it in person is a lot nicer than what I thought from like the online pictures. All right, so, oh sorry, this is a Rephr 28 and this has no intensifier, so I'm just gonna tap, and I like to concentrate the most amount of pigment and opaqueness towards the lash line, and then as I go upward I like start to kind of ease off the pressure and fairy dust it up, if you will. That is a very pretty shade. My goodness, that looks like the night sky. That shade, that is something special. Yeah, that's something special. I don't think it'll show on camera. It's like one of those shades in low lighting. It's just going to be absolutely mesmerizing, truly. I really, really like that shade, you guys. That's really pretty. And it's applied beautifully, even with no intensifiers. Okay, let's try with the intensifiers. It's just made it like a little bit more, I guess, intense on this side, like a little bit more opaque than this side without the intensifiers, but honestly, both sides look really lovely and not that much different. The reason why I would continue to use intensifiers is just because I do have hooded eyes, and this does have a little glitter specks through it, so for me with the hooded eyes it's going to stop any potential fallout and that kind of a thing. But in terms of like finish on the eyes, they both look gorgeous. This shadow is, oh, I want to bathe in it. That's absolutely stunning. Okay, I'm just picking up that angled brush from Delium Tools with that grey matte shade, and I'll just marry slightly, just ever so slightly here. Oh, I like that a lot, a lot, a lot. I'm gonna leave the eyes here for now, and then when I've got the rest of my makeup on, if we want to like deepen them or play with them a little bit more, we'll just see how we go. So I'm gonna do the speed through of my base makeup now up until bronzer, and then we'll come back and finish the lower lash line, and then we'll do blush and highlight and lips together as well. So let's do it. We have up until brows and bronzer on. Let's finish these eyes. I'm gonna take my Sigma E36 and take a little bit of this shadow right here. Just run that lightly. I'm not gonna lie, I really like how this eyeshadow has come out. I really like it. Then a little pencil brush and going into this grey shadow. And then I'm gonna go into a touch of this one with a Sonia G pencil brush for the inner corner here. Just a little touch. Oh, that's pretty. It's got like a little shift of blue. That's really pretty. I like that. Taking the Victoria Beckham silver eyeliner. And then also her brightener for the lower waterline. And then my Lisa Eldridge Kitten Lash Mascara. I really like how that's turned out. For liquid highlight, I'm going to take Crystal Nebula from Lisa. And then I just pick it up with my sponge. Very pretty. I'll also take a little bit of Pearl powder highlight from Mario. And just, this is the Rephr Alex Anel brush. Very pretty. Cream blush, I'm going to take Earthy Pink from Mario. One of my faves. Look how pretty it is. I'll just take a BK106 and just do this, just very lightly. And then I'm just going to take his powder blush in Desert Rose with the new Rephr Holiday brush and lightly set that. And then for setting spray, I'm going to take his setting spray. I'm just grabbing my Christian Louboutin powder foundation in Ivory Nude, and this is just an MI3, and I'm just gonna lightly reset through here like I do all the time. For lips, I'm gonna take his lip liner in Almond. And then I'm going to take his lip suede in Muted Mauve, which I also really love his lip suedes. No one ever talks about them, but they're really good. Look at that shade. Perfection. And then topping with his gloss Golden Nude, which I really need to buy a new one. It's like one of my favorite glosses. All right, let me go do hair and stuff and we will zoom out and see look 1. All right, my friends, finished look 1. What do you think? I love it. I really, really like it. I actually was planning on doing 2 looks today, like washing this off and doing another one, and then I'm going out with on a date with my husband, but I'm actually just gonna leave this because I am so in love with how this came out that I want to wear this on our date. So yeah, what do you think? I love it. I love this shade. It is honestly like the night sky. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. All right, let's go ahead now and move on to look number 2. Look number 2, and it is the next day. I'm filming this early before work, and I have just primed my lids using the Hourglass Eye Primer today. I think I want to create just a simple look with the gold today, I think. So we'll see where that takes us. I say that and then, you know, I get very glam very quick. So this is a Rephr 27, and I'm just going to go into a little bit of the cream here. I'll just run that just softly here. And then I'm just going to take a touch of this shadow right here with the same brush and kind of the same step, but this will be our more like our transition shade. So just start softly by fluffing that through here. Little squiggles. I like this shade, it's very pretty. I like the mattes in here actually. I mean, I like the look that I wore yesterday. It looked really, really lovely. And it wore really well because I ended up wearing it all day. I went out to a really late lunch with my husband and it didn't crease or anything, and I didn't get any like flecks of glitter on my face or anything. So I was really happy with how the shadows wore and it looked just really lovely. So I'm happy with this palette so far. And I like the tones. You know I'm a cool tone gal. That's pretty. I like that. I just ordered actually in real time the new Natasha Denona Roxa palette. I nearly didn't get it. I'm just not a purple eyeshadow person, and I looked at it and I was like, oh, it's not really a palette I'm gonna get, but I know you guys will want to see a review on that. So this was one that I was like, I will get it for the channel, and at least I have it in my collection, you know, because there's always been so many times where I haven't, like the gold palette, for example, and like the Metropolis palette, I didn't pick them up just because at the time, I don't know why I didn't pick them up at the time, probably money, I would say. And I just kind of regretted not getting them, and eventually I got them, thankfully, but you know, so I was like, I'll pick it up. And I know you guys want to see a review, so use the channel budget, you know. Now I'm just going to pick up this Rephr Shoto 03 and go into a little bit of the dark brown. And I'm just going to use this to kind of define the crease. These are really, really good eyeshadow brushes for like crease definition and precision work. Did any of you pick these up, by the way, and their holiday brush? I really like the holiday brush especially, it's so good. I will say these look so much more like even neutralish in the pan, and then you put them on the lid and they really are very cool tone, which is good because, you know, it says it's a cool tone palette, but it's just, they're a little bit deceiving in that sense, I guess. Just picking up that Rephr 27 again and going back into that original middle brown matte, and I'll just softly diffuse. Gonna take my Pat McGrath Labs Intensify stick. So I didn't use intensifiers yesterday so that we could compare, but I use this every time I use a metallic shadow, as you know if you've been around here. So we are doing that. It just helps my hooded eyes. And then I'm gonna take this Sonia G Builder Pro brush, and yeah, let's take this gorgeous little gold. I really like these silky shimmer shades. What did he call them? Glossy shades? Oh yeah, I like them. They're very pretty. It's just gonna tap this. Oh yeah, look at that, that's so pretty. These are my kind of shade where they're like a bit more subtle, they're not too intense. I like these like fairy dusting type shades. They really remind me of like space, you know, like stars in the cosmos and stuff. I like it. Oh, that's pretty. I like that shade. I like that so much. I like this palette so much more than I thought I was going to. I really do. I really like it. I really like the quality of this palette. I mean, granted, this is only the second time I've used it, but I'm really having a lovely time playing with it, which is a big deal because, you know, there's some palettes where I'm like, oh, I just want to stop using this, to be honest. And I loved swatching it and stuff. Ooh, it's just my vibe. I really like that. That is so pretty. That is so pretty. Also, not sponsored. Makeup by Mario does not know who I am. I wish. If he would like to know who I am, that would be great. Just going back into that Shoto 03 with that dark brown matte, and I'll just marry out here a little bit. Now you could leave that there. We're going to go a little further. I'm going to pick up this Sigma E73, and I'm going to take, I should take the black, but I want to try the blue. So let's just try the blue and we can go over it if we want to. And I might just do a little soft like matte wing and just see where that takes us today. Using eyeshadow for wings, if you are like me and really struggle with them, is a good way to like practice and like, you know, you can really just fix it up if you need to. And then I've just got this like MY38, and it's a really, really, really small wing brush. And this is where I'll just like actually define the wing a little more. And then if you are not great at wings like me, do your eyes first so that you can do this and fix them if you need to. I always get the angle of the wing wrong. That's better. There we go. Back into that Sigma E36, and I'll just run it along here. Just grabbing this MY29 like little fluffy brush and a really, really tiny amount of the blue, and I'm just gonna like blend it so that it kind of gets a bit smoky there and it's not so like structured. And then essentially we just try and replicate this on this eye, which is the hard part, right? I'm gonna leave them there because, you know, if I finesse anymore it'll get worse, you know that. Going back into that Shoto, I'm just picking up that dark brown again, that Shoto 3, and again I'll just marry a little bit more out here. There we go. See how I said this was gonna be a soft casual look? It's pretty glam, but you know, this is kind of a casual look for me a little bit. I like it. That's pretty. You could obviously skip the wing and not go as deep if you're like, that's a bit much for me on a work day. It's up to you. World's your oyster. All right, let's do this feature on my base makeup, and then we'll come back and do lower lash line and blush and all that stuff. up until brows and bronzer is on, you know the deal. Let's do the lower lash line, and it's pretty much just the same as always. So E36 from Sigma, we go into this one and run it underneath here. And then just a little pencil brush from Danessa and my Kitco, and we'll go into the dark brown. And then for the inner corner, I'm going to take my Sonia G pencil brush and I'm going to go back into this little white shade because I really like the blue shift it has, and it will match the wing quite nicely. Yeah, that's pretty. I'm going to swoop it up in here too. Yeah, I like that. Ooh, look. So pretty. For the top waterline eyeliner, I'm going to take Navy from Victoria Beckham. For the lower, I'm going to take Swede Greige Mink. And then just a little bit of Gucci mascara today. So close to finishing this. For liquid highlight, I'm going to take a small amount of Rabanne Metal Shots. So I just put it on the back of my hand and then work it into the sponge. And you just want a small amount because this can get blinding real quick. But it can also be really subtle, see, but stunning if you use a light hand. And then to set it, I'm actually going to take the limited edition highlighter from Chanel this year, the Lumiere Dialotion highlighter. I'll just take it with this MY Danessa fan brush. Now this does have a little bit of glitter in it, so just be mindful. I don't think you can get this anymore anyway, but it has a nice little blue shift to it, so I thought it would be perfect to match the eyes. Pretty. Cream blush, I picked up the Danessa Myricks Holiday Blush Kit, so I'm going to take her new shade that she launched, Spiced Latte, at least I think it's new. I'm just going to pick it up with my sponge. These are super pigmented as well, so, oh, look at that shade. Woo! Just going to, oh yeah, that's very pigmented, so. Just small amounts. Oh, so pretty though. Great shade for winter. And again, Danessa's blushes are really good for like all skin tones because you can really use a very, very light hand for like if you're my skin tone or paler. And then obviously like build it up if you are a deeper one, so it's going to really show on, like, it's a really versatile product is just what I'm trying to spit out there. And then for blush, let's take Lancome Mocha Havana or Mocha Havana with my Rephr Holiday brush. To set it all, I'm going to take my Danessa Myricks Forever Set It Mist. Just going to take it on here. If you feel like you've gone a little crazy with the blush like I have, I'm just taking my Christian Louboutin powder with the MY3, and I'll just like reset the T-zone and then just kind of dull down the blush a little. It'll look better when my hair's like down and stuff, you know. For lip liner, I'm going to take the new Hermes lip liner in Beige Tan. And if you're wondering, I love these. I want more shades for sure, and the eyeliners too. This lip liner lasts a really, really long time on the lips. And then I'm going to take one of my new favorite lips. This is the Patrick Ta Silky Lip Cream, and she's independent, and it's perfection. I have a short on my channel and my Instagram as well of me lip swatching all of these, by the way. Isn't that just an amazing shade, truly? And then just a little bit of Mario Golden Nude in the center. All right, let me go do my hair and we will zoom out and see the finished look too. All right, friends, finished look too. What do you guys think? I really like it. I like how the wings come out. I really like this gold shade. I like the whole thing. I feel very chic, if I will. That's just my personal opinion. Obviously, you can tailor this look as well if you wanted to follow along to suit you. Maybe you want to go smokier and deeper. Maybe you want to go a bit lighter. Well, it's your oyster, as I always say. yeah, look 2. All right, let's do the third and final look. Look number 3, and this is actually after work now, and I have just taken off the makeup that I was wearing just before that you saw, and I am gonna do the third look because I wanna get this edited up for you guys. Hopefully you are enjoying it. I just primed my lids again using the Hourglass eye primer, and this time I really want to use this shadow, and I really want to use this shadow. So they're the ones that are going to be the stars of the show. So it's just a Delium Tools 785, and I'll just go into the cream matte again, and just like I've done with the other looks, just kind of run it through here a little bit. Then I'm picking up this Rephr 16, and I'm going to go into this one now because I don't know if I've used this in a look yet. I don't think I have. And I'm just gonna, again, start by working this through the crease, wiggling out here. I like to concentrate the shadow out here for my downturned always. But obviously, you do the shape that suits your eyes best. Outer corner. Oh, I like this shade. Have I used this yet? I don't think I have. This is a pretty shade though. This reminds me of the transition shade in Subliminal from Pat McGrath Labs. I really like this shade. That is a me shade. On a separate note, I don't know when they're coming out yet, but Patrick Tar has like shown his holiday duos, and they look really nice, right? Like they're a cool idea from what they look like online. So I'm hoping they go to Cult Beauty and not like Australians can order off his website now, which is very exciting because our Sephora never ever gets his new releases quickly ever. We get them like legit a year later. But the shipping, he doesn't have express shipping options, and the shipping, like I've done an order and it's taken quite a while, so I would like to get them off Cult Beauty because they can come a little bit quicker, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Now I'm going to take the Shoto 00 from Rephr, and I'm going to go into this one right here. I actually really like this matte. I think this might be my favorite matte shade in the palette just because it's really unique to my collection. I like that it's this kind of, I don't even know, like a purple gray almost. I'm just going to use this to create the definition through here and just build on the outer corner a little bit here. And then just going back into that Rephr 16 and that original matte, I'll just fluff. I'm going to leave that there for now and take my Pat Intensify stick. Just pop that over the lid. Don't tug your eyes. Do as I say, not as I do. And I'm just going to take the Sonia G Builder Pro again, and we are going to go into this shade, which looks absolutely gorgeous. It's like a metallic version of the matte. I'm really excited to try this actually. I really like this palette. It's really shocked me how much I liked it, or how much I like it in present tense, I should say. Because when I saw the promo photos, it just looked so similar to the first one. I wasn't impressed, but now that you get it in person, it's like the formulas, like look at that. Wow. This is a good palette, you guys. The quality of this palette is, it's there. And the shades, like if you're a cool tone eyeshadow lover, which I know not everyone is, but if you are, you'll love this. Pretty much just taking this all the way nearly to the outer corner, and then I'm just picking up that Shoto 00. I'm just going to fluff the edges a little bit here. I did it a bit harsh there. I like this shade. This is a cool shade. Now again, if this is too deep for you, you would want to skip this step and do the next step instead. That will do. You know, as I say, world's your oyster. Now it's gonna look messy for now, okay? But you're gonna have to trust the process with me. It'll come together, I promise you. I've just wiped the excess shadow off that Sonia G brush on my Sigma Switch. And now I'm gonna go into this one, which looks, oh, I've been wanting to use this one since I swatched the palette. This one on its own will look stunning as well. You can just tell. All right, and I'm gonna tap that. Oh yeah. How pretty. Oh, that's gorgeous. That is gorgeous. So again, if this is like looking too deep and smoky for you, skip that original metallic we used and just go directly into this one and it'll be a lot softer. Wow, that's pretty. Now I'm just picking up a Rephr 14. I'm actually going to mix this shadow with a small amount of the black. Just a really small amount, not a lot. I'm just going to marry out here a bit. Just slightly do this. I'm gonna leave this here. Again, it's gonna look messy for a bit, just trust the process. So we're gonna leave this here and we're gonna do the speed through of the base makeup up until, you know, brows and bronzer, and then come back and finish it off. You know the deal by now, so let's do it. Alright friends, up until bronzer and brows are done, I just put the Victoria Beckham black eyeliner in my top waterline and the Swede Mink Grey in my lower waterline off camera too. Let's do this lower lash line. Sigma E36 will go into this one. You know the deal. I will make them a little bit smokier than normal though, because this this is a smoky look, right? Little pencil brush and we'll go into this grey. Sonia G pencil brush and we'll go back into this one for the inner corner. And again, I'll like swoop it up because I really like that. I really like this blue shade. It's so pretty. I like those. Nice. Just a little bit of Gucci mascara to finish it off. Liquid highlight, I'm just going to take some of my Say Super Glowy Gel, just pop it on the back of my hand. So pretty. Not actually going to set that, I'm just going to leave that there. I'm going to use one of the new YSL Make Me Liquid Blush in the shade 44. I really like this. Simply Blair, she is the reason why I purchased this. Naturally, she is the reason why I purchased a lot of makeup. She used it and it looked so lovely on her, so I immediately picked it up. And I've used it once before and it's lovely. It's nice and subtle. Now you can build this up a lot more, but I'm going to leave that there. And then I'm going to take this shade out of the NARS holiday palette from this year with my Rephr holiday brush, sorry, not blush. Lip liner, I'm going to take the Natasha Denona My Dream one. And then also the My Dream lipstick. All right, let me go do hair and all that and we will zoom out and wrap this up. All right, my friends, third and final look. What do you think? Very pretty, very smoky, very deep. It's an adjustment for me. I don't normally go so smoky, but I like it. I think it's pretty. I do. I really like it. I really like this palette, you guys. What are your thoughts? I'm loving it. I really, 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 really like it. I liked Ethereal Eyes. I think it was very pretty, but this one I'm like, oh, I could see this going into some top fave categories. Like, this is a great palette. I really enjoy it. I like these new like glossy shimmer formulas. I love the matte formula. I love everything about this. Stunning. Should not be limited edition, just saying. Let me know your thoughts. What was your favorite look? Are you picking up the palette? Have you already picked it up? I really want to know what you guys are thinking about this one. And if you're watching till this point, you know you're an absolute legend. Thank you so much. Extra special shout out to my Lily absolute legends and all of my channel members here. Thank you for supporting my channel. And I hope you have the most amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Bye.